Hey everybody, welcome to Movies and Potatoes. I'm Brian Miller.
I'm Riley Webster.
And today we got our top 5 list for 2016. So it's our favorite movies. We each got 5 from 2016.
Yeah.
A little bit trickier this year, I'd say.
This year sucked my taint.
And I thought it was a pretty good year overall, but the movies could have been better. So... So, for my 5th spot, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
What are you gonna do to me?
I'm going to keep you alive.
It's about a girl, she gets into a car accident, she wakes up in a bunker, and John Goodman comes in and he's like, you know what? The world's just ended, basically. I saved your life, and he's creepy as hell.
Creepy as hell.
And it's scary, and she can't get out, and that's the whole movie, right until the very tippy-toppy end, which is just a fucking mess.
No!
Something's coming.
I think you told me that it was like an independent script by itself,
Yep.
and then that ending was added later.
Yeah, once JJ found it, he decided, after the script had already been written and bought, you know what,
That he
this
needed
could tie into my cinematic universe of a movie no one cared about from 10 years ago.
So he took it in and made it his own and ultimately wrecked the ending. But that being said, really, really good movie.
Yeah.
Tense as shit.
It's tense as shit. My number 5 pick is Silence by the great director.
Big bushy eyebrows himself.
No, it's a more restrained flick, but I can't stop thinking about it, and it's one of those ones that kind of it sticks with you, which is rare this year. With Silence, you know, all I would recommend with people is don't expect it to be a typical Scorsese film, because not. I would say this is just like one big homage to Mizoguchi. It's just all like Ugetsu and Sancho the Bailiff and shit, like very foggy, restrained, quiet stuff. The way he uses
Just for regular people though that aren't pretentious douches, what is it like?
Mizoguchi.
Miza what?
Mizoguchi. Kenji Mizoguchi.
We're in Canada!
Watch Criterion's I lend you, you fuck. Excellent film, not like one of the greatest Scorsese films ever made, but in the shit of 2016, one of the best movies of the year. So check out Silence and get bummed out.
About as enthusiastic as we get about the 2016 line.
Woo!
So my number 4, it's Moonlight.
At some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you're gonna be. Can't let nobody make that decision for you.
Moonlight's about a young black man growing up, having rough times, and then you throw in an extra twist that... Is it too much of a spoiler?
No.
That he's a young gay black man.
It is a big deal in the movie, but at the same time, it's not treated like that big of a deal. He's just a confused kid, whether it's from drugs or wanting to guys in the asshole. Either way, it's...
You have a way with words.
Thank you.
I think actually not knowing anything about the movie going in actually made some of the performances seem better. They were all pretty good.
Yeah.
By far, I would say that my favorite performances at the end.
He's fan-fucking-tastic.
I really like actors who can act.
I ain't seen you in like a decade. It's not what I expected. What did you expect?
I love that you didn't know where it was going. Because when the first half hour happened, I was like, okay, this is a movie about a kid that finds a surrogate father and a drug dealer, and it's going to be a relationship. And then once they cut ahead to the next...
You never see him again.
Yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, he died. He moved, and the kid moved on. Oh, fuck. Okay, that blows away every preconception I thought.
But after that first cut, and you realize that's what they're doing, then you're fine with it.
Yeah,
Because you're okay, they're going to skip other chunks.
Yeah.
Yes, they were important, but that's not what the story is.
Well, and it's weird,
and
too,
I
because,
appreciated that they stuck with what the story was.
Number 4 is A Monster Calls.
I'm sorry you have to face this, but you have to be brave. Do you understand?
incredibly strong movie, super creative, and fuck, is it right in the feels. This was just the PG-13 rated version of Pan's Labyrinth.
Okay.
It was a very similar movie in that you have a kid who is living a shit life in the real world, and then fantastical elements creep in. The difference being, A, that Monster Calls is nowhere near as violent and scary, and B, protagonist is not super likable. In Pan's Labyrinth, you're really rooting for. His mom is dying, which is the main thrust of the film. He's trying to deal with that, but at the same time, he's a little prick.
Yeah.
Like, at one point, he just fucking starts like destroying all of his grandma's things in the living room, and she comes home, and I'm just like, you know what, Sigourney Weaver, completely justified. Spank the shit out of that kid.
It's okay that you're angry. I'm angry too. And if you need to break things, by God, you break them.
He's trying to deal with this, and then a monster shows up, fucking Liam Neeson tree monster, and he's just like, okay, I'm gonna tell you 3 stories, and at the end of my 3 stories, you're gonna tell me about your nightmare. And he's like, okay. And each story is shown in like this weird paper cut animation style that's creepy but also freaking awesome, and I could just hear somewhere in the universe Tim Burton jizzed his pants when
He started tying the noose because this looked like the movie that he would have used, like he used to make this kind of movie, and now he's that big joke of a director.
Oh, absolutely. No, but he would have made a Monster Calls, only the 12-year-old boy would have been Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And all would have been in black and white, except for the red that spurts out of people inexplicably at times. And Danny Elfman the whole
Hey,
time
Tim
is,
Burton,
la, la,
get a new
la,
shtick.
la. Yeah, get a new shtick, Tim. No one likes you.
What are you doing? The third pick was Zootopia, and so this was the movie.
Hello, I'm here to ask you some questions about a case.
Then they should have gotten a real cop to solve it.
You are under arrest.
For what? Hurting a few wings?
You are a key witness.
No, he is.
One of the weird things kind of about animated movies that I was kind of unsure about is they always go at least the tandem director route. Zootopia had 3 directors.
Holy shit, really?
And man, it's a solid movie, so
my God.
maybe that's the way to go. You see sometimes tandem directors in live action movies, but they're usually brothers or sisters now.
Sure, yeah. Like Civil War, the Russo brothers.
Yeah, so there's the Russo brothers. Stranger Things was a set of brothers. They're twins.
I don't know what that
There's
is.
the Wachowski sisters
Things.
now, I guess you would call them.
I
don't know. I'm not... I can't spend all my time looking up how to be PC, people.
They're a bit of a cipher.
I am a real cop.
Never let them see that they get to you, you bunnies. So emotional.
I'm gonna let go!
And it's a great little story about a little farm bunny. He goes to the big city, wants to be a cop, and you know, it follows the very typical storyline that you would expect, but you don't care because it's just a lot of fun on the ride.
It's got some twists. It's got
a few twists, but I mean the general, you know, little country girl told she's never going to be anything.
Yeah. No,
becomes something really big. You know, you knew where that part was going, but all the stuff in between makes it what it is.
That was the same plot of Coyote Ugly.
I am a real cop.
Never let them see that they get to you, you bunnies. So emotional.
It's just fun. It's
Nothing
fun
but
movie.
good things to say about Zootopia.
Sure.
Anime movies are always gonna have a little place in my heart because they're fun. You can do things in animated movies that you can't get away with, no matter how hard you try with live action characters. Talking to you, Jungle Book.
Oh, that wasn't a live action film. That was a cartoon with a live action character in it.
Yeah.
Come on.
So,
Cool.
What's your number 3, Rad?
The Neon Demon.
You know what my mother used to call me? Dangerous. You're a dangerous girl.
Here we go.
I really dug this movie. It becomes a schlocky horror film in the last half hour.
What's with the genre changes at the end of movies?
I don't know, but I dug it because it's like Moonlight. You in the first half hour you expect it to go a certain way, and the last half hour is suddenly like girls humping corpses and eating other women, and then eyeballs get puked out, and it's just a fucking mess of awesomeness. This is a great film.
This is a great review.
Oh yeah,
I'll probably never see it.
Oh, I don't think anyone watching this will want to see it now.
She was right. I am dangerous.
I'm not selling it well at all. It is really weird, creepy, off-putting, and bizarre and disturbing. Elle Fanning is in it. She's a lead model that comes to Hollywood in search of a dream of being a model, which inspires jealousy among the other models, and that leads to them eating her.
Hello! I'm here to ask you some questions about a cake.
What makes this movie completely stand out is just the style and the visuals and the music.
This director has a style.
He has a voice.
He likes his violence and he likes his neon.
He likes his neon.
He
Yeah.
likes
Oh yeah.
neon.
Yeah. It's disturbing and weird, but visually a masterpiece. Every shot you could frickin' frame. The music by Cliff Martinez.
I would guess Martinez.
Martinez. Cliff Martinez is fantastic, and
I've never heard the last name Martinez.
Well, I don't know how to pronounce Mexican.
So my number 2, Eye in the Sky.
Great movie.
Such a good movie.
Well, this changes things.
Matt, what's happening? Yo, we're seeing suicide vests and a bunch of explosives.
Are you happy now that I forced you to watch that movie?
I'm very happy you forced me to watch this movie. I don't know if you kept it on your top list, but I know it would have been on there.
It would have been my number 3 pick.
If I didn't
too.
have it on here.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I haven't seen a movie like this in a long time, and it was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice to watch a movie that had a focus, and its focus was clear, and it just drove up the fucking tension like you wouldn't believe.
Oh shit!
Like that. It's maybe
yeah.
the most tense movie. Like my chest hurt. Because I was like clenching for so long that when I like finally breathed out, I was like, "Ow, my muscles are sore." Like, it's does an amazing job.
It's one of the rare suspenseful thriller movies where I've now seen 3 times, and I'm still on the edge of my seat the third
suspense
time.
doesn't.
Yeah,
go down.
usually, like, I mean, I can watch the shower scene in Psycho now, and you don't get that scared.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen, but this one, I'm still just like, oh my god, sell your bread. Girl, sell the bread faster. Holy shit.
You just did it, I know.
Just sell the goddamn bread.
You have 2 men about to embark on a suicide mission.
We need clearance from the PM.
Weapon is arms. What's that?
Zoom in.
Fire Fairy! Jesus.
Loved the little guy from Breaking Bad. Can't remember his name. Aaron Paul. He did a really, really good job of making you know, like, what would you do in that situation? And I don't think I could do it either. Like, he's literally sitting with his finger on trigger, just tears running down his face because, you know, he knows some bad shit's gonna happen.
Well, it's the best kind of movie because it makes you wonder what you do in that situation without taking you out of the movie.
Well,
like, you're still suspense engaged. You're in the moment, but at the same time, you're constantly thinking, oh shit, that's a good point. Oh, that's a good point on the other side too.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, and then my second favorite part is at the end. There's kind of a little more high and mighty civilian chick, and she tears the strip off Alan Rickman, who's like the big general, and he just turns around and just lays right back into her, but in like a gentle British way, and just makes her feel so terrible about the person that she is.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
No, it's great.
Ah, so fun.
I'm
gonna watch that movie again soon. Okay, Riley, what do you got for number 2 on your list here?
Number 2 is The Red Turtle. It is the most whimsical and adorable and wonderful animated children's film ever about
animation.
A guy fucking a magical turtle.
There was a chance I was going to see it when you said animation, but I draw the line at turtle effing.
Do you?
Ever since
Have you not seen a good, a great turtle fucking movie?
I mean,
Have you ever seen Franklin Gets a Tie Hooker for Christmas?
I have
was a
seen the
masterpiece.
Ninja Turtles movie, and I consider that Michael Bay fucking the turtle franchise.
That was good. That was a good one.
Okay.
It was better than my Franklin joke. It's a guy that is a castaway on an island. He tries to escape, and a big red turtle always stops him from escaping. And then finally, the turtle comes up on shore. He flips it over, kills it, and like, fuck you, turtle. And the turtle dies and then becomes a pretty lady.
Nice.
And then he fucks her, and they have a kid, and they fall in love forever. I'm not good at selling movies. I'm selling them in a weird way. This is an adorable, freaking magical movie. I swear to God. I'm putting it in a terrible way. Even though it's silent and it's animated and it doesn't have a plot, it is one of the most interesting movies I've seen in a very long time. I honestly think kids would get into it too. There's absolutely nothing inappropriate in the movie.
Well, you did talk a lot about turtle fucking, so maybe I'll hold off and show it to the kids for a while. My number one, Arrival.
Yay!
It is just exactly right up my alley. I like a movie that's set in Realsy Town. That was a weird way to phrase that. Let's start that over.
No, I'm keeping Realsy Town.
No, you're not.
There's no way I'm cutting out Realsy Town.
They need to see me.
Dr. Banks? Are you insane?
Now that's a proper introduction.
If you're all about females getting lead roles and stuff, this is what it should be.
Yeah.
It should be a movie role. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be a pandering,
No.
weird role written to make girls feel better. No,
No,
it
I
should
don't
just
even-
be an interesting character.
I don't
Like,
even know if they once comment that she's a girl.
No, which is great. She's trying to figure out with all these other groups around the world how to communicate with these aliens, and
Yeah.
she has by far the most success. And it's so much fun watching her learn the language, and then she's communicating with the aliens in their spaceship, and you have a lot of fun. And
Those scenes are by far the best. The whole
it gets really tense at some points when other countries are wanting to do other things.
More objects have landed around the world.
This is one of 12. I'm never going to be able to speak their words.
Got 2 days. Figure something out.
I am human.
There's some big twists that come up that you can't really talk about without spoiling.
But they're not cheats.
But they're not.
They are
they're
grown
not
organically.
annoying. Yeah, they're not annoying, and they confuse you in the early goings. And they like you said, they're not cheats. They don't lie to you with what you're seeing.
No.
So when you watch it again, it makes it better for it. So like always, my one knock in the whole movie is
Always gotta have a knock.
You always have to give it
You're a
99%. I mean,
you're a big knocker.
if you say something's perfect, then what are people going to strive for? So I'll get to my one knock of Shawshank later.
That it wasn't Face Off? That's my only knock of Shawshank.
So no, my one knock, my favorite part was watching her get into the communicating with the aliens.
Sure,
And then they cut to a montage and they skip over a lot, which I understand you can't have a whole movie of
True.
that. But I was just getting really into it.
Yeah.
And they were just at like the cusp, and it was like they just took it away from me and put it all into a montage. But I mean, that's a small it's a good montage even. So you can't really complain.
Well,
love it.
my only qualm, many arguments with my Film Tracks peeps on this one the last couple weeks. I hate the music.
Yeah.
And you were the one that I saw it in theaters, and when we left, you said, "Why did the music suck so much until the end?" When they used another composer's emotional piece of music that really moved you, and the rest of it's all like either or
like Eye in the Sky, Arrival, if you don't see any other movies that came out in 2016, I'd say go see those two, and you'll see a couple of really, really good movies for any year.
My number one pick of the year was everyone's favorite, Tower.
Apparently, police are returning the fire now.
My mission was to get into the tower.
I can't make out what you're saying. You keep cutting down now.
There's a guy on top of the tower, and he's shooting at people.
The problem with a movie like Tower is that you can't classify it in any way. Like, Arrival is a dramatic sci-fi movie, then you can classify it, and it's easy. That's great.
Yeah.
Eye in the Sky is a thriller. You can classify it. Tower it's a documentary, but 70% of it is recreated with actors, and all of it is animated and in rotoscope trippy animation. And
you lost me.
I know, and then it's also a thriller because it's dealing with how the real life story of the sniper that started shooting people at the top of the University Tower in the 70s. So it's a documentary animation, it's a thriller, and that's why it's not going to be nominated for anything, it's not going to be shown that much, it's disappearing rapidly. Huge shame, because Tower was the most emotionally involving, the most gripping, the most engaging, just by far the best movie I've seen in a long time.
People were dying.
There's no report as to who this man may be, or what he's doing up there, or what prompted this apparent madness.
It was animated by the same guys that did Linklater's Waking Life. The same Dallas company.
Well, I mean, is there anybody else who is still doing that? Because
no.
I feel like you had two kicks at the can there, and nobody liked either of them. Like, there's so many other ways to present your film, and one that people actually don't like looking at in a visual medium is a stupid choice, in my opinion. Like, people have been telling you they don't like it when you do this in your movies, and you're just that much of a jerk. You're just like, well, I don't care. It's my art.
I guess this is it.
You're gonna be okay.
Tower, it'll be hard to find, but I'm really hoping it'll pop up on Netflix in a couple months. I bet you it'll not be one you'll find in theaters or on DVD.
If not, you could probably download it.
Hopefully download it. You know what?
Hear it from me.
Pirate this fucking thing. Pirate the shit out of it. At least then you'll see it. Great movie, and yeah, probably my favorite flick of the year. It was awesome. Bam!
Hey! Thanks for watching us drink our alcohol.
We enjoyed drinking it while a camera was on.
There's 90 minutes on the cutting room floor.
What were we talking about?
We're doing an outro.
Oh, shit! Oh, my God, we're talking about movies.
Anyway.
Hi, I am Riley Webster.
This guy's,
got his own name.
Alright.
That's how many of these we've had.